Let's preview the AFC West. The defending champions, Kansas City Chiefs, have now won their second Super Bowl in a 4-year time span, obviously led by Patrick Mahomes, the defending MVP, defending Super Bowl MVP, and he's brought back his running back, Travis Kelce. Both guys are ready to go for another deep run, and they're the best passing duo in the NFL. We've seen these two link up for numerous combinations for touchdowns in the last 5 seasons, and I expect many more this season as well. Offensive line, certainly a concern because they have some new tackles at either side, left and right, and we know that in Super Bowl 55 that has been an issue when protecting Patrick Mahomes. When he had to run for his life against that Bucs defense, it proved to be a lot of issues. No matter how talented the receivers were, the pass catchers were on the outside, if you don't have time, you're going to have issues setting up your offense. And there's a ton of talented defensive lines out there in the NFL, so they'll have to work on integrating and getting that chemistry going. But I think with the front three, at least in terms of the inside, Creed Humphrey, very talented interior defensive line is going to be very, very good. And it's just a matter of integrating these tackles alongside them on the edges. Now, they do have some issues with their contract situation with all-pro defensive tackle in Chris Jones, and he is yet to report to camp. He is still disgruntled, but I do expect the front office to get something done before the season starts. So we'll hear him getting some type of massive deal in the next coming days. Wouldn't be surprised there, because they'd be fools not to pay him. He deserves Aaron Donald type of money, because with Donald being injured last year, he's gonna be healthy going into this season. But Chris Jones was the best defensive tackle in 2022, and he deserves money like that. He's still fairly young. He'll give you another 2-3 years of great play, and he was a game wrecker in the AFC Championship game and also the Super Bowl. So without him, that defense is going to be ripped to shreds. I mean, because that secondary, as solid as we like to think it is under defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo, they're gonna have some issues if they don't have a lot of time to stick to those receivers, whoever they're going up against. They do have some injuries to their skill positions like Kadarius Toney and Isaiah Pacheco. They had some off-season surgeries, but they did report to camp. They should be ready to go by week 1 against the Detroit Lions, but I do think that they'll have some where they'll be slowly mixed into the offense as well, because we do know that it is a marathon, not a sprint. Andy Reid will rotate bodies, make sure that they're ready to go for the postseason. The Kansas City Chiefs should be the class of the AFC West. They should win this division quite comfortably, and this should translate to them getting the number 1 seed in the AFC playoff race, because they should be able to bank in on sweeping at least the Denver Broncos and the Vegas Raiders. Worse, getting a split between the Los Angeles Chargers. That's a 5-1 record right there in divisional play. And as much as the AFC is a gauntlet, I still haven't been able to see a team other than the Cincinnati Bengals really challenge the Chiefs on a consistent basis. Bengals have their own problems in that very tough division in the AFC North, so I'll pick the Kansas City Chiefs to not only win the division but get the top overall seed in the AFC.